Welcome back to a freed from prison episode of Higurashi.
He's actually free from prison. Prison does not affect real Higurashi anymore.
Yeah, prison doesn't affect real Higurashi anymore. They've decided 6 years was too much freedom.
6 years is too much freedom.
The item donated for the auction. Nope. The items donated for the auction were gathered at the Furude Shrine. There's so much stuff here. I expected to see towels and old furniture, but there are way more things than that.
I even see TVs and refrigerators. These are pretty new, too.
Impressed, huh?
I got turned upside down.
We got donations from the stores my family owns. Some of them were display products or leftovers that they can't sell, but they're still practically brand new. If you don't mind something a model behind. Oh, if you don't mind something that's a model behind, they're incredible, right?
I just didn't like how Mion said that. I had to change as he said that.
Yeah.
Seeing how Sunbleach the brand new sticker on these appliances are, it makes me feel kind of sorry for them.
No, Satoko, that's actually a big selling point. Even if it's just a little faded, people feel better using brand new tools than they do items someone else used.
Neat. Youngsters these days sure are picky.
She's like 90. Look at that drip. That's like a 90-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I don't really care whether it's new or not. All I care about is the prize.
Hey.
She's friends with everyone. Yep,
She's here.
I keep forgetting she's friends with the group.
Renaissance, Yeah, that was right. Renaissance, you seem interested in the furniture. Are you thinking about living on your own or something?
Oh no. My dad and I were just talking about redecorating the house. Brand new furniture is expensive, so I've been checking out those recycled ones.
Arena.
You're changing the furniture. That's quite a big deal.
Yup. My dad finally found a job recently, so we kind of wanted to make a fresh start out of it.
Everything's turning.
We're avoiding the Sumo Horoboshi timeline.
Bruh.
And like Shion is friends with everyone, so we're avoiding the fucking Mayakashi and Watanagashi timeline.
Yeah.
Your father found a new job?
We just have to make sure Satoko isn't getting abused, and then we can avoid Satanagoroshi. Monka. Rika-chan asked her. I was thinking the same thing. Did that mean Rena's father was unemployed until recently?
Yeah, he didn't work for a whole year after he broke up with my mom. I was so upset. I was always telling him to go get a job already.
Rena explained that with her usual smile, so it took me a moment to realize how serious it was. If what she said was true, her parents were divorced, and she wasn't living in a very good family environment. Rena talked about it like it was nothing.
Yeah, your mother and father broke up?
Yup. They got divorced in the Ibaraki. That's why my dad and I came to Hinamizawa. My dad couldn't get over the divorce for a long time, though. He was always just sleeping in or daydreaming.
Oh, Shion.
Divorces and breakups always wound deeper the more they love their partner. It's not really a bad thing that your father was hurt so much.
That's a romantic way to put it.
Satoshi.
Anyway, I eventually found out that he was spending a lot of money at the bar. I was shocked when I looked at our bank account.
Rena's mom is a famous designer. Their family used to make lots of money. So her father got lots of settlement money upon the divorce. That's why he was able to pay for their living expenses for a while. Perhaps that's why it took him so long to get back on track.
Yeah, that's true. If he had no money, he would have had no choice but to work. He would have had no time to be depressed if he kept himself busy.
He's still not used to Shion being here.
It's tough leaving an ordinary pattern of life. It really messes up people's cycles. I understand, because I was that way for a while after I left the academy. Meep.
Staying at home like a hermit is the worst thing you can do. You're exactly right, Rika-chan. That's why I had a talk with him. We talked about his responsibility as the head of a household and as a parent.
Oh shit. You always look like you're fooling around, but you're actually the most reliable person in this group. I'm impressed that you even spoke to your father like that.
It wasn't a big deal. I was shocked at first. I found out my dad was spending his money on some lady. As his daughter, it really hurt to find that out. And then, what did you do?
Killed her.
Well, it was no good to think about it on my own. I just kept thinking in a negative way. So I spoke to Mi-chan about it.
Character growth? All I did was listen to her.
They're good friends.
Oh! Oh, I just murdered my mic.
They're good friends.
I pogged so hard, I knocked the fucking thing off.
That he doesn't need.
I like the pop filter, man. It makes me feel better.
I like the aesthetics.
I do. It makes me feel better.
I only spend money on the aesthetics. It's okay.
Hey,
it's
man,
fine.
It came free with the microphone stand. I didn't even pay for it. It comes free with your Xbox.
He doesn't need the pop filter.
It's fun. I like it.
All I did was listen to her. Rena was the one who faced her problems and came to the conclusions of talking with her dad about them. I didn't give her any advice.
But that was the important thing. Talking to people about your problems can calm you down a lot. And Ryukishi just pans to the camera just with a big old thumbs up.
Is that so? If she overcame it just by talking to Sis, maybe her problem wasn't that serious.
Classic tactless Shion. I love her, dude. I love her so much. She only knows how to put her foot in her mouth.
Exactly.
That's not true, Shi-chan. Before I spoke to Mi-chan, all I thought about was how to hurt that lady. But I realized that wasn't a good solution at all. Talking it out with him was the important thing.
You know, I think what I really like about Shion's gimmick with the group is that she's the old Keiichi.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Keiichi just put his foot in his mouth 24/7 at the start of the game, but now he's infinitely better at everything he does. And now Shion is, hey, I'm a part of the group. I'm just gonna put my foot in my mouth 24/7.
So what happened after you spoke with him? Well, we concluded that he wasn't moving on because of the money. So we transferred the funds to a different account and I took charge of him. Now my dad has to get an allowance from me every month.
Based? Oh, it's as though you're the parent now. Everyone else laughed along with Satoko. I wasn't sure if I should laugh, but I saw Rena laughing too.
Anyway, the money was keeping her father from moving on. As soon as he remembered the value of money, he stopped going to that shady bar and got a job.
It really was perfect timing. He was getting ready to pay down. He was getting ready to pay the down payment for this lady's apartment. That would have been a mess.
Saved a lot of money there.
Oh yeah. You talk about it like it's nothing, but it's a pretty serious story. Your family could have been ruined.
That's true. If I didn't talk to Mi-chan and kept on thinking about it on my own, I don't know where it would have been by now.
Calling Rika an alien and swinging axes at people.
I think I probably would have tried to kill that lady.
Everyone laughed at hearing such a dangerous thing come out of Rena's mouth. Rena laughed too, but I saw something serious in her eyes. It was probably true that she once thought about murdering that lady. She seduced Rena's father. She seduced Rena's father so that she could get money out of him. Knowing how short-tempered I am, I might do the same thing if that happened to me. I think she made the right decision in talking to Mion instead of being irrational. I'm impressed. It's not that easy to talk about your family issues.
I know. It took me a while to make the decision to talk to Mi-chan, but that one dream changed everything.
Rika. Da-na-na-na-na.
A dream? Yup. Every night in bed I think about my problems. So I was troubled even in my dreams. In my dream, I thought about what would happen to me if I didn't do anything. I don't know if what I saw was my imagination or a prediction of the future.
Sumahodaboshi.
In my dream, I saw that lady living with us in our home. My dad and I don't smoke, but there was an ashtray in the living room. The futon in our guest room was now hers. In the bathroom, there was even a toothbrush and shampoo I'd never choose to buy. It was an unusual sight.
We're so close to avoiding the Minagoroshi timeline, Satoko. You just have to not be getting punched by your uncle and aunt, man. That must have been a very difficult and disgusting situation.
Satoko never told me, but I'd heard that she'd also lost her parents. I'd heard that she went through some tough times when she was taken in by her aunt and uncle. Someone told me about that once. Satoko seemed to understand Rena's pain very well.
Yes. It was a really disheartening situation. Eventually, I felt like I didn't belong there anymore. Then something urged me to kill her.
That sounds so realistic for a dream. What happened after that?
I realized I was a murderer. I didn't want anybody to find out about it, and I stopped trusting anyone. I spent all day at the place I buried her. I was afraid that if I left that place, someone would find out about that I killed her.
That's a nightmare. I'm glad it was just a dream for you.
I don't know. I wonder if it was just a dream. I think I saw my future. That would have happened if I didn't do anything about that situation. I woke up the next morning shaking in fear. I even felt like I smelled her perfume at home. I wondered when that dream was going to come true. I was so afraid, and that pushed me to talk to Mi-chan.
I remember Rena coming up to me and telling me that she had a secret to tell me. I honestly thought she'd gotten a positive on a pregnancy test for a moment. I could talk about it like this now, but it was very serious then.
Mi-chan is a really dependable person. She listened to me and guided me through a solution. Eventually, we decided that I needed to talk with him face to face.
Okay, but she definitely thought it was Keiichi and Rena's, right? Like, she definitely would have looked at her and be like, Kei-chan's? like, come on. Like, get real.
Get real.
Wow. Banana.
Perhaps it wasn't just a dream. You're right. I think it was more than that. Without that dream, it's possible that you never would have spoken to me on. That could have changed your life dramatically.
Might have been Keiichi. We should only know.
Who knows?
And then Shion's gonna say she did the same thing about, like, what she did when Satoshi disappeared and how she didn't take care of Satoko.
He pissed himself.
I pissed myself. Welcome back to a Pissed Pants episode
Piss
of Higurashi.
pants, piss pants.
I peed on the floor.
A dream, huh? You've had dreams too, Shion.
Shion had said something in a small voice. Only Mion picked up on what it was. I don't know what she said, but based on Mion's reaction, she must have said something serious. By the way, Shion usually went to school in Okinomiya.
Hey, we're finally addressing it.
However, she'd been coming to school in Hinamizawa lately. I didn't know why she'd choose to come this far, but she seemed to be having fun taking care of Satoko. I had no idea what brought Shion and Satoko together. Wait, weren't they on bad terms once? Is that true? Were they always that close, or not? What?
Now I know. It's important to talk to other people.
We'll have fun in a normal way, we'll laugh together in a normal way, and we'll fall in love in a normal way. But we won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other.
Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally came to realize that.
You're right. You resolved not only your family issues, but you also realized the importance of friendship.
Thank you, Ryukishi.
Yeah. If anyone is troubled by something, I want to help. I really do. I want everyone to think they can talk to me about their problems.
When does Rika reveal to the entire squad what's been going on?
Meep.
Okay.
Rina is saying something very important right now.
Rika-chan is right. We all nodded at her, without joking around. A moment later, we heard somebody locking the door. We were all surprised. That person didn't mean to lock the door. She must have locked it by accident, not knowing that it was already open. She turned the knob, thinking that it was now unlocked.
Takano?
Huh? Oh.
I don't know.
Huh? Is anybody inside?
Chie. The lady knocked on the door. I could hear several other people outside the door.
Sorry, let me open it.
Mion replied in a loud voice and walked towards the door. I heard her greeting the ladies from the town council. Mion?
Hey, will you guys lend a hand?
What is it? I immediately saw why Mion called us over. The people from the village committee had brought another donation. It was an old cupboard. What? We all helped to carry it inside the room. As I walked through the door, I realized the Higurashi were starting to cry, taking over from the cicadas.
I heard you're gonna host the auction, my Barakun. Everyone thinks you're the best man for that job. We're all looking forward to seeing your showmanship.
Damn, that's a smoking lady. She's been smoking a lot of
it's all
cigarettes.
ladies?
Yeah, it's the ladies with the cover.
I guess it is all the ladies.
Oh, I'll do my best, but please don't expect too much from me.
Sure, you say. You're here today so you can come up with an idea of how to sell these items. They have every reason to expect great things from you.
I'll make sure I'm at my best then. The other ladies smiled and told me they were looking forward to it.
Oh well.
She just smokes a lot, man.
Yeah,
leave her
yeah.
alone.
It hadn't been that long since I moved to this village, but even these people offered me a position of huge responsibility during the festival. So you could say that they've accepted me as a member of this village. I caused so much trouble where I lived before that I couldn't even go outside. But they're accepting me as a member of the village? I was so happy. I felt bad that I hadn't learned all of their names, but I was going to do my best to entertain the villagers who were supporting me.
God, do you know how much fun that would be? To be like an auctioneer at a village? Dude, I would
Yeah.
do that in a fucking
I know you would.
heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
What are you gonna do now? Oh,
I don't know.
Huh, what are you gonna do now, Mion-chan? Are you staying here? Generic woman. Dot wav.
That wow.
No, we're going home now. Right, K-chan?
She goes, wink.
Yep. I got a good idea of what we have here.
To study.
Hey, yeah.
I should be fine now.
Cut that.
I'm not interested in the Watanagashi, but I do still want to see his auction. Maybe I'll come to the festival too.
The 6 dragons.
You absolutely must be there, Tion-san. It will be great fun if we all hang out together. Fuck, dude.
I disagree. She lives in Okinomiya, so she should go to the festival there.
I think Shi-chan should come. I think Mi-chan will prove entertaining if she does. Since most of us want her to be here, it's decided that she is going to come.
You hear that, sis? You'll be in my shadow on the day of the festival, but let's at least be nice to each other. Ugh. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion.
She's worried that, Shion's gonna take her man.
Yeah.
Again.
Whatever Mion says, I know that they're actually close. The more Mion tried to refuse her, the more it was obvious how close they really were.
Fuck.
Right, let's go.
I can't wait for this episode to be like 20 minutes.
Make sure you get everything. I'm turning off the light now.
We made sure that we didn't leave anything inside and left the room. I looked around the shrine grounds while Mion locked the door. The big place will be filled with people on the day of the Watanagashi.
This big place.
These grounds are going to be the site of the festival. Man, I can't even imagine the crowd. I'm really looking forward to it.
There's going to be a lot of stalls, and it'll be packed with people. You'll be surprised, I think.
Yeah, I wish they'd quit being stingy and hold something every season instead of once a year.
That reminds me, there is someone who visits every season. Huh? Who are you talking about?
Oh, I know who you mean. It's that photographer I met the other day, isn't it? What was his name?
You know Tomotake?
Flash.
Keiichi?
That's right, it was Tomotake Flash. I met him on my way back home. Rina and Mion told me about him. Despite his burly frame, he's a fairly modest guy. He comes here every year to take pictures, right?
That's what he claims, at least. Oh.
Whenever I see him, I feel like Watanagashi.
Watanagashi.
What? I feel like Watanagashi is close by. After all, Watanagashi.
What?
And after
He has issues.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Whenever I see him, I feel like Watanagashi is close by. And after Watanagashi, it's the beginning of the summer.
That's true. But the cicadas are already crying because it's gotten hot early this year.
I heard on TV that this year is unusual. It's something to do with a thing called global warming. Thank you, Ryuki Shio 7th expansion. I will become a global activist just for you.
I love a hot summer. It's not a proper summer if it's cool.
Dude. Like, I'm very happy that she's here, right? Like, I'm very happy that Shion's here and, like, involved in, like, a character again, because I do love Shion, but it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, I agree. I like the different climates of the seasons. Cool summers and warm winters disappoint me.
That was a smooth transition, where it just looked like a clothing wipe for Mion.
Mion, we gotta be passionate as the hot summer. We gotta be as passionate as the hot summer, too. How many of us are going to be there at the festival? It's going to be the battle of the 6 evils.
Once again, we'll have a great Watanagashi this year. I agree. I hope we have lots of fun.
Hey, Rina, don't you know? When Rika-chan says something like that, it's not just what she hopes for. It's a prediction. If Rika-chan is telling us that it's going to be great, it really is going to be great. That's our fate. Right, Rika-chan?
Yep, that's our fate.
Rika-chan smiled with a nipa. Her smile assured me that the day of the Watanagashi was going to be a great one for us. The auction won't be starting right away, will it?
Nah. It's going to be right before the ritual dance, so we'll have plenty of time to hang out together.
Indeed. It's your first festival. You deserve to have fun.
After Kei-chan's auction, we get to see Rika-chama's ritual dance. Sounds good to me.
That means I don't get to see Keiji the whole time. I have to stand by for the dance.
You're gonna be in the show too, Rika-chan? Well, what is this dance all about? Are you gonna do something traditional because you're the Shrine Maiden?
There's a dance and a ceremony for paying respect to the cotton inside the futon. You should root for Rika-chan too, Keiji-kun. You see, when Rika-chan dances in a Shrine Maiden outfit, it's just so cute. I'm taking her home with me.
I like the blood splurt sound
Yeah.
effects.
I've never seen a real Shrine Maiden before. I'm sure Rika-chan will look adorable. I was looking more and more forward to the Minagoroshi festival. Rina, Mion, Shion, Satoko, Rika-chan, and I. The 6 of us will definitely have a great time there. How many more days did we have? I'd never been this excited about a festival in my life.
You know, did you play Persona 4?
No, not yet.
Okay. So there's a very incredible, like, micro spoiler about Persona 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part at the very end of the game where they do, like, you know, it's like a 30-minute epilogue, but it's like a time skip.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 2-3 years in the future or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get to see, like, all the characters grown up more and, like, more into, like, their new personalities and everything from the character growth that's gone across, like, the whole game, right? If I could get something like that in Higurashi, I think I would actually start sobbing. Like, if the game ends and then, you know, let's say the game ends and, like, everything goes well, Rika breaks out of the time loop, blah, 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 blah. Like, the absolute preem, like, best possible fucking ending for the game, right? And then Ryukishi does, like, a 2 or 3 year later, like, just sprite update. I would literally start, like, sobbing.
I can neither confirm nor deny that there is
Dude.
a...
If there is, like, just a little epilogue, like, post-time skip, just, like, updated older sprites, you can see everyone a little bit more grown up, I would genuinely sob. Like, I'm going to sit here and just cry. It's, oh, it would be so good. It's so perfect for a game like this, man.
Keiji, Satoko's snoring sounded so subtle when I stood by the window.
Stewed.
Stewed. Satoko? I could tell that she was sound asleep.
Oh god, Spirit Blossom Kindred's back. God damn it, I pissed myself again. Can you do the Rika voice real quick?
She snores. Fuck. Keiji-kun, she snores so cutely.
She snores so cutely. It's really hard not to make it go into Sadako. She snores so cutely.
Hanyu laughs and tries to poke Satoko's nose.
Her hand just goes straight through her head.
I looked up at the sky. Nothing was different about the moon, but the moonlight seemed warmer than usual to me.
Rika, you seem to be in a good mood.
Yes, I think I am. I realized it only after Hanyu pointed it out. I really was in a good mood. Otherwise, I wouldn't be enjoying the view of the sky on a humid night like this. I felt like bringing a toast to the moon. As I rooted around the back of the closet, Hanyu spoke to me, sounding noticeably upset.
It's special occasion. Rika, don't you even think about drinking.
I deserve it, just tonight. Hanyu doesn't like alcohol. If I drink, Hanyu will also taste it, so she always complains when I try to drink. That's why I usually drink only when Hanyu is far away from me. Of course, she'll know right away when I do, but it's too late by then.
Hanyu's so stupid. I hate this character so much.
No, you can't. You're too young to be drinking.
It's my body. I'm gonna make my own decisions.
No, I hate alcohol. You can't drink.
I don't want to fight with you tonight. I'll dilute it with orange juice so you can handle the taste. Is that a deal?
That's not the point. I hate being drunk, so you can't drink.
Hanyu jumped around and complained. She was making a lot of noise right where Satoko was sleeping. Stop that, you're gonna wake her up.
Bullshit. bullshit.
Right?
Are you fucking kidding me? This game fucking sucks, man.
What are you doing, Connor?
this game.
Why are you freaking out?
Fuck this
I want to
game.
know, why are you freaking out, Connor?
Why do Shion and Tomatake get to hear her? Fuck this game, man.
Why are you freaking out, Connor?
Fuck this game. Fucking dumbass motherfucking goddamn piece of shit. Stupid fucking character that shouldn't be in the goddamn game. I hate Ryukishi. I hate him. Take him out of the game. He fucking sucks.
Sounds
Kill
like
him.
a child jumping on floorboards.
Kill him. God damn it. Like, I was about to make, like, a joke. I was literally about to be like, Tomatake and Shion must know what that's like. And then fucking Rika's like, you're gonna wake her up. And I'm like, what do you mean she can hear her? I fucking, god damn it, dude. God fucking Jesus Christ. No, I'm not. Remember, you're the only one who can hear me. I'm also the worst character in the game. Blah.
Oh, just who do you think you are? I went to the refrigerator and took out a pack of orange juice and the spicy kimchi I typically use for a punishment.
Ow, ow, ow.
Let me ask you a question. Would you prefer it if I ate the spicy kimchi to punish you, or drink a sweet orange juice cocktail while enjoying this beautiful moon instead?
Rika's just making sangria. She's literally just making sangria.
Hanyu clenched her lips while jumping up and down, ready to burst into tears. She should be disciplined for being that noisy.
I wish Hanyu a very good, all of your organs turn inside out.
But she never has been, since I'm the only one that can hear her. Besides, she's like air, so I can't even give her a spanking. Hanyu loves sweets, but she really hates spicy food.
Rika, would you... Oh, that's Satoko! Rika, would you stop jumping around?
Satoko woke up suddenly and I had to hide my glass in a hurry. Satoko doesn't know about my drinking habits.
Lol.
Shut up.
What time do you think it is?
She fell asleep again after speaking. See? She was bothered by you jumping around like that, you nighttime nuisance.
Ow, ow.
Just like I'm the only one who can see her, I'm usually the only person who can hear the noise she makes. However, that's not the case all the time. Hanyu does exist in this world. Sometimes people can actually hear and feel her existence. It doesn't happen too often, and most people think that they just heard some random noise. Based on my experience, people who are in a critical condition like Satoko tend to hear her more often. What does that mean?
No, I just got it.
What does that mean, Connor?
Are you trying to tell me? Are you, like, actually trying to imply right now that, like... It sounds a bit far-fetched.
Okay.
That the third footstep is, like, Hanyu.
Sounds like that's... It sounds
And,
like
like,
that, doesn't it?
Anytime anything happens, it is Hanyu. So, like, Keiichi feeling the presence behind him and, like, freaking out in the doorway is Hanyu. The third footstep is Hanyu. Tomatake footstep is Hanyu because he's about to kill himself. Hanyu is approaching the phone booth when Keiichi rips his throat out. Like, I assume Hanyu is there when Shion fucking stabs Keiichi.
Do you remember the very, very, very beginning of Onikakushi?
Like, how very beginning?
Train.
The train.
Yeah. This is not on the YouTube technically. Well, it kind of is, but
Doesn't he feel like a presence on the train?
He doesn't feel
Or,
a
like,
presence,
think he
but-
hears something on the train?
he's...
It's
yeah.
been a very long time.
It's, It's a theme within this game. You hear somebody
Oh, apologizing on the train. Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Wouldn't you just forgive him? Why would you just forgive the person?
Yeah.
And that's this whole little monologue on the train.
Yeah.
So, Keiichi on the train.
Mm-hmm.
Let's refine this a little bit more.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
specific
yeah.
instances. Keiichi on the train hearing
Yep.
somebody apologizing.
Yep. Keiichi footstep.
Specific.
Uh,
The hearing a
incident.
child jumping up and down. Both
Yeah.
Shion and Tomatake hear
Tomatake,
that.
yep. And then, as I said, I'm really checking up, like, when he freaks out in the doorway, the presence he feels that feels directly behind him, that he thinks he, like, hears whispering. I'm putting that on the list.
Well, yeah.
Feel alright with putting that on the list?
And then there's like, it's hard to distinguish between like paranoia and hearing
And actually,
and
Hanyu.
hearing on you. So,
I'm putting that on the list, fuck you.
but I mean, it's not like I don't actually really have an answer for a lot of these, but
But we do have two, like, the jumping up and down is, like, the big one. I guess Satoko hears her now, like, just now in this.
So,
Fuck this game, man.
what does that tell you?
I mean, it confirms, like, the Hanyu being, like, Bayashiro-sama.
Well, what does that tell you about
whatever,
Tomatake and Shion in that moment?
They're in a critical condition
Of what?
of... What's the thing Sadako has? No.
We haven't been told what Satoko has.
Yes.
But we have been told of a thing.
The fucking, fuck. Oh, shit. Bugs.
Bugs are a symptom.
The fucking... Oh, yeah, is it just the curse? Or like the
Hinamizawa
syndrome? Yeah. Yeah. So I assume you hear Hanyu when you're in, like, critical condition of Hinamizawa syndrome. Yeah? Which,
What does that tell you?
they're related? Yeah? And that... Rika?
About Shion and
Tomatake?
Tomatake in that moment.
That they were in critical
condition.
condition, yeah.
We can... Shion, it, like, makes sense, right? She's fucking... been
Like,
going
crazy
schizo mode
and,
over
like, nuts and all that shit over
Satoshi for the past year, right?
Yeah. So then Tomatake
Tomatake-
and Takano Lamau?
Why is Tomatake here? Takano didn't seem to hear it.
Yeah, but what would Tomatake be, like, critical condition freaking the fuck out about? I mean,
Sadako seems fine right now, right?
yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily mean... Well, that they're hallucinating at that. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going crazy at that very moment.
I think Tomatake is he ex-military? I just don't know
we don't
anything
know.
about him.
We
He
don't
just
know
has
anything
the
about
dog
Tomatake.
tags, and that's it.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to figure out Tomatake lore in this game.
We will... yeah, I think so. Yes, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
He's not who he seems, obviously. Especially if he's hearing the footy woodies.
If it's here in the Hanyu, if Hanyu was there,
Means he's paranoid about something.
it means it's in critical condition.
Critical condition, yeah. Which usually
Alright.
means, like, heightened paranoia, etc., etc., etc.
Okay. Did I say this line?
Year.
When I say critical condition, I mean those who've reached the level 4 stage, as Irie would describe it. At that stage, there's nothing that can be done anymore. They will feel the existence and hear the noise of someone that they can't see. That would really mess with their mind. Hanyu stopped jumping up and down and gave up as I started pouring alcohol into my glass. I wasn't drinking because I wanted to be mean to Hanyu. In fact, I always wish she would enjoy it too. I poured only a little bit of wine inside the glass and diluted it with plenty of orange juice. In fact, this cocktail is pretty much just juice. I also put in some crushed ice inside of the glass.
She did that 95-5 mix.
Yeah. With that, it looked like a real cocktail they serve at the bar. See, Hanyu? It's very diluted. I licked the edge of the glass to see how she'd react.
I guess it's not that bad.
Good. I'll be drinking this tonight. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore, is alright? Hanyu has been scared of that kimchi punishment for a while. As I put it back in the refrigerator, she seemed relieved. I took the glass and headed back to the window. There was no breeze, but it seemed a little bit cooler. Hey, Hanyu, do you feel that something is different this time?
Are you talking about Keiichi and Rinna?
Shion, too. Everyone remembers a little bit about their past. They seem to be using those memories to avoid their fatal mistakes.
I don't think it would be surprising if this was happening individually, but I find it very strange that it's happening to everyone all at once.
I know I often use board games as an example of fate.
That's weird. When you... Hon, you hear the volume? And you hear the volume gets louder, and then when
Nothing's playing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because it's splitting the voltage, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, when your shit got unplugged, it got really loud for me, and then it got, like, quiet. It was weird. Sorry, go ahead.
I know I often use board games as an example of fate, but I feel like this is the same lucky chance as rolling all sixes on 3 dice.
I think that's a good way to describe it in the sense that we're starting to... What?
We're starting
closest to your desired future. But I don't think this is the miracle that you've been waiting for.
I knew what she was trying to say. She was telling me not to expect too much. The die is designed to have 6 sides. It's not a miracle if I roll it and get a 6. A true miracle is when I roll it once, but get a 10. Just like what happened with Keiichi in my previous life. In other words, a miracle is something that would normally never happen. Keiichi gave the doll to Mion. Rinna spoke with her father, and Shion started taking care of Satoko after remembering her promise to Satoshi. That was all because they had those intentions somewhere in their hearts. There's only a side of their die that was engraved there already. But still, even if you couldn't call 3 dice rolling this well a miracle, it did mean good fortune. I'm sure it was God's way of celebrating you finally...
No, that's
Yeah.
on you. I'm sure it was God's way of celebrating you finally feeling motivated to change your fate.
I thought you were one of the gods.
You only treat me like a god when you're trying to tease me.
I was just kidding. Kidding. Don't get upset. Anyway, that's why I'm in such a good mood tonight. I lifted up the glass of orange and wine, and gave a toast to the moon. It tasted like nothing but sweet orange juice. It was funny to see Hanyu make a happy face as I took a sip. I wonder if I can escape the death of 1983 this time.
If our goal is to escape from this board, then I don't think we'll ever have such a fortunate start again.
No matter how hard I tried to prevent things from happening, there were some things I could never control. It is such a huge letdown when that happens. Even after trying so hard, something renders my efforts infertile. I'd probably been wasting my time for so long because I was trying to escape from that pain. For the first time in my life, then, I've been blessed with a favorable situation. Everything seems perfect in this world. There's no reason for me to be depressed. It's like the weather is perfect and the wind is blowing in just the right way. If I failed to put my ship out to sea, there was nothing to pin the blame on. Nope. I understood what Hanyu was trying to say with the concerned look on her face. If I didn't escape my death under this fortunate situation, I'd have to accept that my fate wasn't something that could be changed. This is an ideal world where all of my friends overcame their problems. I was always in a depressing world, but this time all the pieces of the puzzle matched. If I couldn't change my fate in this world, then it was proof that I couldn't change it in any world. That was the ending that I've been afraid of for a long time. The loss of hope, and the death of my soul. Of the pair of us, I was probably the only one who would die. Hanyu would most likely remain there even if my spirit disappears. She must be afraid of being alone after I lose myself. That's why she's telling me not to expect too much. I bit down on the ice chip inside my mouth. It was pleasantly cold. Hanyu, I know we've been over this many times, but I want you to think about me again.
Sure. You want me to know why you're being murdered in 1983?
Yes. A strong will becomes fate. That means the reason I get murdered this year is because of someone's strong will.
I think you're right.
Who will benefit from killing Rika Furude?
If that person has a strong will, there must be a clear motive for them doing so.
It might sound odd coming from me, but I think most people like Rika Furude. I don't think any villagers would have the motive to kill me.
The people who live in the village are all fond of you.
Thanks to you.
Ow, wow, wow.
I'm just showing you my appreciation. Anyway, we now know that the Sonozaki family is not the culprit. I have no idea who else would want to kill me.
You know, this village is supposed to be the safest place in the world for you.
You're right. It's supposed to be. There are plenty of people around. There are plenty of people who would protect me here. It's ironic. For a long time, I've been refusing help from all those people who are trying to keep me safe.
Rika, I think we should rely on Irie.
People in this village love and cherish me, but no matter what, they never save me when I try to escape the fate of my death. I spoke to several villagers in the past, but they never believed me, and none of them saved me in the end.
Akasaka?
They probably didn't believe me, because I had no idea who was trying to kill me, or what their motive was. If I could explain that, people might be more accepting of my story. There's nothing I can do about that. No one would believe a little girl saying that she's going to be killed without rhyme or reason. All they think of me as is the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama and the leader of the Furude family. They do cherish me, but they won't protect me with their lives. On the other hand, Irie and his people are totally different. They realize how special I am, and they would try to make sure that nothing happens to me. If I confessed to them that my life was in danger, I'm sure they would do their best to prevent it. They have all the means to protect me from a violent end. However, none of it really worked in the past. It's not that they're unreliable. It's because Takano, the one responsible for protecting me, also gets killed on the same day every time. In other words, asking her for help is completely useless. She's very reliable, but she also isn't. It's ironic that I'm the only one who knows the reason why they can never save me. I wonder if that's the murderer's plan. Tomotake and Takano get killed because they're my guardians. Then I get killed after that.
I think Takano's death is definitely related to your own.
If it's the same fate, if the same suspect is killing them for the same motive, I might be able to alter my own outcome by preventing their deaths.
I don't know if you remember, but we tried that once before.
The deaths of Takano and Tomotake mean the loss of my protection. Because the two of them die, the suspect is able to kill me. That's why I've tried to prevent their deaths somehow. But they never believed me. I tried so hard to persuade them, but they didn't listen. I eventually gave up and just thought of their deaths as fated to happen.
Just roll like X or whatever.
If it's the same hopeless feeling I used to have towards my parents when I was able to go further back in time. When I found out that death was inevitable, I lost interest in them. After all that time has passed, had passed, I forgot how hard I used to try to prevent my parents' deaths.
Besides... No, that would be Rika, because Hanyu was the one that suggested Irie.
Besides, I thought you hated Irie and his people.
Yeah. They...
Ooh, which one is it?
I don't know. Because as I said, Hanyu was the one that suggested Irie. Fuck it, I'll just full send it. Yeah, they look at us as nothing but their guinea pigs.
I support them so I can help Satoko, but it disgusts me to think that they're only using me as a test subject. I've been resenting Irie for that reason. Yeah, it was Hanyu that...
Oh well.
Still, I should try to get closer to him. After all, he's the only person who understands how important I am. He's the main person I should be talking to, and he has the most potential for protecting me. I can't avoid seeking help from him just because I don't like him. I've asked him for help several times before, but Tomotage and Takano get murdered even so, and it ruins everything. After their deaths, Irie panics and becomes useless. That's why I give up on seeking help from him. But in this world, I've been blessed with a positive situation. I will never have as lucky a start as this again. This is the best chance I'll ever get, so I should give it my best shot. I really don't like him at all. But he's not a bad person. I should respect him more. He's serious about helping Satoko, and he's not as much of a mad scientist as I'm inclined to think.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
Thank you, Siri.
You're welcome.
Shut up. Why?
Funny.
Takano is a strange person too, but she's also someone who can give me support. But she thinks I'm only her guinea pig. That's why I don't really want her help.
Flash!
Tomotage is
Flash.
more reliable than Takano.
I've been forgetting to say Flash. I've been so immersed.
But the biggest problem is that he only visits this village a few times a year. On top of that, he always dies before I get killed, so he can never help me. However, they really are the people I should be talking to. If they can change the fate of their deaths, if I can change the fate of their deaths, they should be able to save me from my own. It's possible that the only reason I lived until 1982 is because of their effort. I'm going to approach them once more and do what I can to try to save them. Oh, don't worry. I expect they'll be murdered anyway, so I'm not getting my hopes up. So I'll be fine, even if this hope's betrayed.
Oh, you're such a cruel girl.
I chuckled at her comment. If they can escape their fated deaths, then I'm sure they'll greatly influence my own destiny as well. And this time, I'm going to try talking to them with the assumption that they'll still be killed. In short, I'll talk to them about how I'll be protected from the coming danger after they die. If they issue such orders, then maybe the guard around me would be strengthened after they do. The protection they provide is probably the highest standard of security I can hope for. Yet I lose that the moment Tomotage and Takano die. So I never have the protection after Watanagashi, and therefore, I get killed too. In other words, that's it. Whoever possesses a strong will kill me Whoever possesses a strong will to kill me actually just wants me dead. Yet so long as those two are alive, there's tight security all around Hinamizawa. That prevents the killer from getting to me. So, to kill me, they must first kill Tomotage and Takano, the heart of that security. Then my protection falls away, leaving me exposed. I swear to God. Yukishi never repeats himself. The more I reason it out, the more I realize their fates are connected to mine. Thinking from that point of view, my destiny becomes inescapable the moment I abandon them to die.
Did you know that Rika keeps abandoning them to die and that they're the heart of the protection around Hinamizawa?
Maybe she starts talking to them,
And that they're really important and that she needs to talk to them?
yeah.
You should know what you have to do first then.
Yes, I have to think about saving their lives before I think about saving mine.
There it is.
It's kind of ironic.
I gave up on them because I was more determined to save my own life. But I finally came to the conclusion that I have to help them first before helping myself.
Thank you, Riku.
But there's something I still don't understand. Someone with convictions this strong is trying to kill me for some equally strong motive. Yet no matter how often I debate it, I can't think of anyone who'd benefit from my death. Not only that, but there should only be people who'd want to protect me, especially since they would do anything to protect me in the present environment. They even eliminated my mother. To be perfectly honest, I don't even care about her anymore. I never got along with her, and she's the one who took my father's death the wrong way, making a huge deal out of it like she did. She got what she deserved. I'm a valuable guinea pig for them, and I can be a bomb too. No one benefits from making me explode. There's only disaster awaiting them if that happens. Lots of people will be lost, and nobody would gain anything from that. According to Takano, my death would be like the eruption of a volcano in the middle of the village.
Which literally happens.
I'm not interested in what happens after my death, but they're really concerned about it. They're watching me every day to ensure that I don't actually hit my head on the corner of a block of tofu and die. It's fair to say that they are here in order to prevent the eruption from happening.
So Takano, Tomatake, and Irie are knowers. From what it sounds like.
Kind of knowers.
They're very much just like sort of knowers. Okay. Interesting.
What do they know?
That Rika is like insanely important to the village and that the village falls without them.
Okay.
As we've repeated it like 19 times in this chapter. I don't know if they know that she actually can speak to Hanyu and is like time looping or not.
Okay. I'd be suspicious of them if they were going to benefit in some way from my death. But as everyone knows, that can't possibly be the case. My death would create nothing but a disaster. They're benefiting from me being alive from it right now. Perhaps it's not about gain, but about a grudge. Maybe someone has a strong grudge against my family. It kills me not knowing that I'm like a bomb to this village. That's why I was suspicious of the three families, especially the Sonozaki family. However, after observing them in numerous worlds, I feel that's not the case. I felt that way in several lives, but it always had something to do with that incident with Keiichi and the doll. It's clear that there's nothing going on between the Sonozaki family and mine.
In that case, it must be some religious fanatic.
If it's not about profit or a grudge, it might be someone who's secretly a deranged cultist.
Talking a moment.
We've already had a series of murders 4 years in a row under the name of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Timing-wise, it would be somewhat interesting if I, the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, were killed on the 5th year. I couldn't stand to be murdered for such a whimsical reason, but such a motive actually seemed fitting. Ironically, I would have to suspect Takano, if that's the case. She's well known for being an eccentric researcher of local histories. She's only interested in the village's history because she already knows who I am. She's doing the research based on the notion that I'm important. So she should have no reason to kill me.
Funny.
She would desire to keep me close to her as a research sample. It's hard to believe that she would kill her favorite toy. She might be willing to kill someone who would try to harm her little toy, though. I will never find out, no matter how hard I think. I just know that someone is definitely going to kill me. I don't care about anything else, as long as I can escape that fate.
Yeah, oh, okay. You got a straw.
Take that back. I want to escape my deadly fate, but I also want all my friends to be happy. And I want the rest of my life to be happy too. I don't want to hide myself in the forest forever just to get away from my murderer. In fact, I've tried that once before, but I still met with the same ending. Living in the forest was a horrible experience. I think I was able to survive until July that time. That might have been the longest I've ever lived. I smiled bitterly and finished off the rest of the orange wine in the glass. I'd have to talk to EDA again. I don't like him, but his people are my only hope. It's getting late. I should go to sleep now.
I think so too. Good night.
I lay down and closed my eyes, but I couldn't fall asleep right away. Suddenly, I remember Brenna's words out of nowhere. It was no good when I was thinking about it on my own. I wasn't thinking about it on my own. I was talking it out with Hanyu.
Now I know it's important to talk to other people. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally realized that. After I asked Takano for help, should I also ask Keiichi? I've told him before in my previous lives, but he never believed me then.
I'd still, like, I'm spending the whole time during this chapter trying to think about who's trying to kill Rika, and I just cannot figure it out. Like, unironically,
The two of us.
the only person I can think of is Oishi. And I'm like, but there's no fucking shot that,
Who done
like,
it?
Oishi is the murderer in this game. There's unironically, like, if Oishi is the killer,
Uh-huh.
Higurashi goes from, like, triple S tier to F tier. There's no fucking way Oishi is the killer.
Yeah.
Why? What's his motive? If anything, he beefs with the damn protesters. He doesn't beef with Rika.
Right.
But he's not like...
And he only beefs with the Sonogarki, so
why would he fucking kill Furude? It's not Keiichi. It's not Mion. Not Shion. Not Satoko. It's either Toмотake, Takano, or Irie, but apparently it's not even them either. Because they get killed.
We just have no idea what the motive is behind killing her, right?
I think she's cooking with, like, the cult disaster thing, because I've been saying that for a little while. But... no, I have no fucking idea. Like, unapologetically, I have no idea.
Two of us.
More like 3 of us.
Rika Furude always thought there were four members in her family. She could clearly see. Ooh.
Neutral? Hanyu?
Hanyu.
Oh, god. Fucking damn it. I hate this character.
You fucking
She's
idiot.
stupid and ugly, and I hope she explodes. Rika Furude always thought that there were 4 members in her family. She could clearly see all of us, her father, her mother, and me. She had no idea that I was invisible to anyone else but her. My appearance is a little different from human beings. I may otherwise look like a person, but I can't hide my horns. So it's obvious that I'm not a human.
This is a very goofy voice.
You can't start laughing. I'd hope that because Rika... Shut up!
I hope that.
Hanyu sucks, and she has a voice fitting for her, because it also sucks. I'd hope that because Rika has seen me since she was a baby, she wouldn't be bothered by my ugly horns at all. And that hope came true. Just as chicks believe whatever they see first is their parent, Rika accepted me as part of her family as a matter of course, even though I have these horns. Rika and I have been closer ever since the day she accepted me as her family member. I became closer to her than her parents. Kermit the Frog here.
The frog here.
Miss Piggy.
Let me do it for you.
Let me do it for you. I became closer to her than her parents. I couldn't even remember the last time I was able to communicate with someone. We spent all day together. But her family, especially her mother, denied my existence. Since her mother so strongly denied me, Rika and her mother became distant. Rika didn't learn certain things that many children learn from their mothers. That's why I taught her instead. It's kind of ironic how that made her mother resent Rika even more. Rika used to fight with her mom a lot about how she talked. I guess she picked up some bad habits from me. Besides... My fucking mom is calling me. Hold on, I'm gonna pick it up until I give me a second. Shout out my mom who only calls me during either work or Higurashi recordings.
Oh, man.
Besides the fact that she didn't get along with her mother, Rika was a pretty normal girl. She was just like Satoko. She loved running around in the woods and doing mischievous things. However, in June 1983, Rika's life was taken. All we want is a happy life for Rika. My power only allows us to search for the path leading to that. It's awful to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. Although it's devastating, we can still find happiness within this endless world. Rika Furude's destiny is a tragic dead end. But I'm secretly enjoying the fact that I get to spend more time with her than what normal people can enjoy. It's not just Rika. They may not see or hear me, but being with Satoko, Mion, Rinna, and Keiichi is also very fun. I can never be one of them, but I can still be by their side.
I hope that when Rika tells them the truth, it reveals Hanyu to everybody else. And then Hanyu becomes real to only the club members so that they schizomax even harder.
Hanyu real.
Hanyu real. Hanyu real.
Okay. Well, keep thinking on that, buddy.
I hate Higurashi. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Gaming.
Fuck you.